Hello. Welcome back to another recap. Let's talk about 1,000 Pound Sister Season 5, Episode 6.
We're obsessed with TLC and all the trashy reality TV. It's a recap. It's a recap. It's a recap.
So, remember how Tammy found Caleb's secret junk food stash? I mean, although he wasn't really trying to hide it, it was just out there, but Tammy found it and she was pretty upset. She tries really hard to motivate him by saying, "Get your ish together so that you can get your ass home to me and we can start living our lives together." Now, I couldn't help but to notice that right there. I don't know if that's blood or strawberry jam. Whatever it is, I hope he's okay, because he's really looking rough. Like, he looks like he's struggling. I know he's putting a smile on his face, but there's a lot of pain behind it. Tammy takes all of his junk food, and they go to the trash can together, and she's like, all right, all of this has got to go. And they have this cute little ceremony where they get rid of all the chocolate and junk food demons.
Go through one by one. Be gone, demon!
Oh, you're a food assist.
It's an extra message, boy.
Oh, kung this. Oh,
Food
man.
addiction is the demon. Bye, Satan.
Die.
Release the demons.
I thought that was so cute. Now, later that day, Caleb sets up a romantic dinner, and there's a red tablecloth. He gives her a rose, and he wraps up a gift, and then he starts growling. Tammy's like, I'm too tired for this. So he takes out the dinner that he ordered, and he was like, I wasn't sure what you wanted, so I just got a little bit of everything on the menu that was fried and fatty. Here's some mozzarella sticks, some fried mushrooms, some fried chicken. And Tammy's like, oh, okay, he's probably joking, right? Until he opens all the takeout boxes and they're all junk food. I mean, they just had a conversation about junk food and getting rid of it.
Everything he got was fried.
And now he's going to order a bunch of unhealthy food so that they can eat it together? So he takes one of the mozzarella sticks and he offers it to her and he's like, here you go, sweetie. And she rejects it.
Would you chill with the mozzarella stick?
Out of here.
What about a mushroom? Chicken.
Oh my God, who is this girl? She rejected a mozzarella stick. Like, I don't even know if I have the willpower to do that. I'd be like, okay, maybe just one, you know? And she's not only annoyed, but you can tell she's also very sad and frustrated. Caleb says in his ITM that when Tammy was at the rehab center and they were together, she would occasionally have fried food, so he ordered what she would always get. And the thing is, I feel like, of course, it's fine to have junk food from time to time, but he is not in a place where he can have junk food from time to time. And that timing in particular, right after they did the junk food ceremony and getting rid of it, and like she was trying really hard to hype him up and motivate him, and to order all this fried food, the timing was awful. He's like, are you mad at me? And she's like, you know you're not supposed to eat this stuff. Like, it's bad for you. And she asks him such an important question. She says, do you even want this? Like, do you want to lose weight? And he says, of course I do. And she says, but do you want to lose weight? And do you want to get the surgery and then come home to me?
Do you want this?
Yes, I want this.
I mean, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to have surgery? Do you want to come home?
Yes.
From my personal experience with food addiction and binge eating, for years, I wanted to stop. I wanted to get better so badly. I would cry every day, hate myself for giving in. I mean, it was like a daily battle. But was I ready to? Probably not, because for years, I kept giving in to temptation over and over and over again, because ultimately, I feel like I wanted to get that food high more than I wanted to get better. And then one day, something switched, and I wanted to get better more than I wanted to get the food high from my binge. And so each day going forward, It was like, I don't even want to say it was easy because every day was a battle. It was hard, but I would find myself choosing to want to get better over that one last binge. So I feel like Caleb just wasn't at that point yet. And I totally believe that he wanted to get better and be healthier and live with Tammy, but he just wasn't ready. His desires to binge one last time or eat that food one last time was greater. And it's possible that he thought he could never really overcome it or get over it, and therefore he would just easily go back into his ways. Because I thought that way for a really long time too. Anyway, Caleb is super mad at himself for disappointing Tammy once again.
I don't see me being here in Ohio that much longer. If I drop 25 in 2 more weeks, shouldn't be a problem.
Prove it. That's all I'm asking you to do is prove it.
It is incredible to see Tammy empathize, but also be clear and direct with Caleb. Like, I'm so shocked with Tammy every damn episode. She surprises me so much. Sadly, it's time for Tammy to go back home, and Caleb is having such a hard time with this. He's crying, he's nervous, he's anxious.
I want you to go, babe. Just got you back, dude.
It's not forever. You just gotta...
I feel like I'm running you away forever. I feel like I've already lost part of me. That I'm not good enough.
Everything's fine.
It's almost as if he knows it's going to be a million times harder for him to stay on track without Tammy there. But she says, you have to put the work in. Like, you have to want this for yourself.
He's gotta want this and do it for himself.
Sure and proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
No, you ain't.
I am too. You just gotta work on yourself a little more. Yeah, okay. I feel like I have to be strong for him because I know his battles. I understand what he's going through right now.
Y'all, who is this girl? Like, who the hell is this? I do not recognize her. I literally love her so much. She's so encouraging, but stern, but empathetic and understanding. And she's mentally and emotionally so strong because not only is she carrying her own struggles with her own journey, but she's also carrying her husband's. And she's putting a smile on her face despite being very stressed and worried for him because she knows he's extremely sensitive. And if she shows like a little too much disappointment or harshness, she knows it's going to break him down. That is so much emotional intelligence, y'all. Like, I just cannot believe this is the same Tammy. Now let's talk about Amy, who is definitely struggling a crap ton. So she's been cleaning out her house and getting rid of everything that reminds her of Michael. She finds her wedding dress and she gets super emotional thinking of all the memories, wondering where it all went wrong. And then she's like, you know what? Fork that. I'm destroying this stupid white dress. So she and her sisters take their paint guns and spray paint all over the dress. Now, for me in particular, like if that were me and if that were my wedding dress and if Michael were my ex-husband, I would absolutely burn that shit. Like something about lighting it on fire and watching it burn is way more satisfying, you know? Like I saw them squirt their guns and then the dress just looked like a pastel tie-dye dress and it just wasn't hitting. You know what I mean? Like, does anybody know what I'm trying to say? Like, I just want to burn that shit. Whew. It also might have to do with the fact that I love the way fire burning smells. Like even certain cigarettes, I just like love the smell. Is that weird? One day, Amy and Tammy take the boys to an indoor playground to basically do what I do with my dogs when I take them to doggy daycare. To get them to play a bunch so that when we get home, they pass the fork out. While the boys are playing, Tammy tells Amy about how she's frustrated with Caleb and his junk food stash. And Amy's a little less sympathetic, kind of, because she remembers all the times that Tammy used to do that.
And don't remind me of all the cheat days you had, Tammy. Your cheat days turned into cheat years, bitch.
Amy has some really good one-liners. Tammy's like, Caleb says he wants it, but he's not showing me that he really wants it. And Amy reminds her, well, he needs to find that drive for himself. And I guess he just needs a little bit more time, just like you needed a lot of more time. Initially, Tammy's like, yeah, I get it. I went through that too, but I eventually lost the weight. And Amy goes, yeah, eventually. You know, it just took years and years and years. We had to fight with you for years and beg you to stop eating shit for years. And Tammy says, oh, okay, well, now I understand how you and all our other siblings felt about me. So now she's having the realization that he's going through what Tammy went through and she just couldn't find the dedication, the motivation to do it. And she's going through what her entire family went through. Amy's really worried for Tammy that it might take Caleb years before he finally loses weight and what it'll do to Tammy. And if you didn't know, Caleb did end up passing away, which makes this so much more tragic, like watching him and his scenes, and it's just really sad. Chris and Brittany host a party for the Kentucky Derby. Now, Tammy comes walking in with a picnic dress and a sun hat. I mean, look at her go.
Well, who the hell did you steal the picnic table from?
Shut up, we about to have a buffet.
They make hats and play games and have a great time together. And then they decide they're going to have like a family vacation. And so they go to a Zumba class to prepare for their beach bodies. First of all, I don't know what that instructor took, but give me some of that. Everybody's getting into it. I mean, look at Tammy. She's so cute. And yeah, everybody's participating except for Amy. She walks out and she says she's not feeling well.
If you're not using the bathroom on a regular, that is extremely dangerous.
This girl has not pooped in 2 weeks. Oh my God, can you imagine not pooing for 14 days in a row? And you're constantly eating because you have to, and all that poo is just inside of you building. She also hasn't been taking her vitamins or her medications. She hasn't been using her CPAP machine, which I kind of understand because I've tried that thing and it is awful. It is horrendous. I got no sleep when I was using it. Like there was no way I was going to do that thing. But anyway, the point is she has not been taking care of herself. Amanda goes, girl, you need a poo. That means you have all that toxic waste sitting inside of you. And then Chris chimes in with a joke.
We know Amy's full of from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. For real now.
And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Amy is very sensitive right now. I don't know if it's the right moment to crack a joke. She can either laugh or have a freaking meltdown. And she didn't take the joke well. I had a feeling. She storms off and leaves the gym, and Amanda's just over her cranky attitude. So now they're like, how the hell are we going to go on vacation with that bitch? And Tammy's like, you know, I think she's just having a mental breakdown right now from the divorce and everything going on. So they're like, okay. And they go outside to see how Amy's doing. She does not look good. She looks very, very, very depressed. Amanda tells her, Amy, you need to do something about this because nothing's going to change until you get up and make a change. And Chris is like, yeah, you know, you need to start using your CPAP machine. And here's the thing. They're all like kind of telling her what she needs to do. And I know it comes from a good place because they love her, they care about her. But I don't think the timing was right because she already knows this. You know, she already knows this. She already feels like absolute shit about herself. I mean, look at her. She looks, okay, I almost said she looks like crap, but she looks like she feels like crap. That's what I meant.
And we are here to support you any which way possible.
I mean, I tried, y'all. I really tried to do this.
Take those meds because those are what you need to get through right now. Wear your CPAP machine at night.
I know for a fact that ain't true.
Tammy,
And what will you
I'm
be?
not do with it. I'm done. Leave it alone. I don't feel good.
And by everybody telling her, you need to do this, you need to do that, I just feel like it's not going to help her. Only because that's not what she needs in that moment. Maybe she just needed a hug. Maybe it would have been better to ask, what can I do to help you? But I understand that is using kid gloves and the family's fed up and they're giving her the brutal, honest truth because like who else is going to give you that, right? She feels like she's being ganged up on, which I can understand, but I also understand the family, okay? I'm not just defending Amy. I just get both sides.
Don't get the mic before I throw it.
First of all, stop talking to people like you've lost your mind.
Her attitude is really bothering Amanda, and she's not going to deal with it just like she didn't deal with Tammy's back when they went to that cabin trip.
Tammy did the same thing on a family vacation, shutting doors in people's face.
You gonna shut up?
No,
and
you're
leave
going to
me
stop being
alone.
rude to people. Bye.
Tammy knows exactly what Amy's going through because she looks at Amy throwing a tantrum, breaking down, crying nonstop, and she sees herself. She's like, oh my God, that was me last year. And I feel like this is why Tammy's been so caring and understanding of Amy this season.
I know exactly how Amy feels. I've been there. I gave up on myself. I stopped caring about myself, stopped caring about everything. So I do know how hard it is to pull yourself out of it.
In the next episode, they go on vacation! And Tammy rides the airplane for the very first time, and she goes to the beach for the very first time. I mean, she's having so many firsts on this trip. Like, look at her on the boat. She's feeling free, honey. I mean, I love this for her. I love this for her so much. Also in the preview, we see Tammy FaceTime Caleb from the trip, and he was supposed to be on that trip with them. But he can't because of where he's at, and so that makes him super sad and depressed. And I feel like that's going to make him spiral again. And apparently Amy has the worst meltdown ever on this trip, which doesn't surprise me, honestly. Damn, it looks like it's going to be another great episode. I'm enjoying this season so freaking much. I don't know about y'all, but my 1,000-Pound Sister recaps get the least amount of views, but I don't care. I love the show, I love the family, and I love talking about it. So I'm just going to keep on going. All right, well, that's it for the recap. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!